From Fox 15 and KLAF NBC, News 15 Today starts now.
Good morning and welcome back. You are watching News 15 Today. I'm Alex Worstel. Thanks so much for tuning in. Let's start off by getting you up and out the door as we check in with Storm Track 15 meteorologist Adam Olivier. Good morning, Adam. What can we expect for today?
Well, Alex, we are already seeing those warm, muggy conditions out there, mid to upper 70s, and it is shaping up to be quite a very hot day. The only thing that we're going to really be watching for, though, as we go into the afternoon is, will there be enough storms around to help break that heat? It does appear that that likely will be the case. 79 degrees in Lafayette right now, 77 in Opelousas, 77 in New Iberia. Everyone reporting clear conditions. Be on the lookout for some patchy fog through at least the next 2 hours or so. By 9 o'clock, we'll start our storm chances, and those continue through the rest of your day. Now, the good news is, with those storms around, temperatures shouldn't get quite as hot as they did yesterday, unless you miss out on the rain. And there's a good chance that some of us will. We'll talk more about that in your forecast, and just another day of some more heavy rain possibilities too. Those details coming up.
Okay, well, Adam, we'll check back with you here in just a few. Meantime, hundreds of thousands of people in and around New Orleans still without power due to, of course, Hurricane Ida. Officials say they do not know when the electricity will come back on, but that is just one of many problems. Fox News senior correspondent Mike Tobin is in Jefferson Parish with the latest.
The misery caused by Hurricane Ida has only begun.
Debris everywhere, poles are down, no power.
People emerge, view the damage, and try to resume normal life.
But now is really the most dangerous time over the next week, couple of weeks.
Louisiana Governor John Bel Edwards surveyed the devastation in St. John the Baptist Parish, where 80% of the rescues took place. He made it clear that even though the hurricane is gone, the problems it caused are not.
What I'm trying to make sure people understand is many of the life-supporting infrastructure elements are not present. They're not operating right now. So if you have already evacuated, do not return here or elsewhere in southeast Louisiana.
2 people in Louisiana died during the storm, but the governor says that number will likely rise. 2 others died near Lucedale, Mississippi, when rain and flooding caused part of a highway there to cave in.
I thought Katrina was bad, but I evacuated for Katrina. But staying home for this one, this the worst one.
While residents wait in long lines for gas, food, and water, hundreds of thousands still don't have power in their homes.
When we got to use a bathroom, we got to come fill the bucket up to flush the toilet. Because, no, we can't flush the toilets.
FEMA Administrator Deanne Criswell promised help is on the way.
We are also going to be bringing in teams that will be walking around your neighborhoods. They will be able to register you as well.
And the White House indicating the president could visit, just not yet.
What he does not want to do is interrupt rescue and recovery efforts.
Meantime, law enforcement is warning residents to be careful as 911 connections are sketchy at best.
Most of the residents can't call us, which means they're probably going to take matters into their own hands. You may be the one needing 911.
People throughout the region are realizing, like it or not, recovery in this brutal heat is going to take some time.
Where do we start? Just like we eat an elephant one bite at a time, I guess, and just keep moving forward and do what we can.
Well, New Orleans Mayor LaToya Cantrell is establishing a curfew. The curfew will be in place from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. until further notice and will be enforced by city police. In addition to curfews, the mayor warned residents to be vigilant to prevent looting, while city police will be joined by state police and National Guard to enforce anti-looting policies. The police chief says several arrests have already been made, but did not give an exact number. Dozens of barges in Louisiana are dangerously floating free in the wake of Hurricane Ida. Resident Tommy Burkett took this photo of a barge he says is over 100 feet long and lodged in the middle of the Bayou Lafourche waterway. The U.S. Coast Guard says it's received a number of reports of breakaway barges. As many as 30 of the flat-bottom boats were unaccounted for as of Monday. Officials are concerned about the damaged breakaway barges and what they could cause to water intakes and refinery infrastructure. Well, Brookshire Grocery Company is launching an in-store initiative for Hurricane Ida relief efforts. Through September 14th, customers can donate to the American Red Cross for people affected by Ida. There will be $1, $3, and $5 coupons available for customers at all Brookshire stores, including Super One.
Whole city's out of water.
Well, one Laplace resident is helping out his neighbors using a boat he found and loaded up with supplies. Christopher Villagran shot this video while pulling the boat through waist-deep water yesterday. Villagran loaded up the boat with gas cans and bottles of water. He says he was able to help several stranded people throughout the day. Well, switching gears here, Vice President Kamala Harris presided over the Senate Tuesday for a minute-long pro forma session. The Senate unanimously passed a bill to provide increased payments for temporary assistance to U.S. citizens returning from Afghanistan. The bill, titled the Emergency Repatriation Assistance for Returning Americans Act, passed the House unanimously on August 24th, and it passed in the Senate on Tuesday without a roll call vote, and now goes to President Biden's desk for his signature. And while President Biden put the focus back on national security and domestic issues, there are similar challenges for the new leaders of Afghanistan. The Taliban is now trying to form a working government and govern a country, and Sam Kiley reports this morning.
Spoils of war, body armor, helmets, aircraft, all left by Afghanistan's army and the U.S. rush for the exit from America's longest war. The U.S. says it destroyed what it could not take when the last American boot left the ground from Kabul International Airport.
We have also demilitarized equipment that we did not bring out of the airport. That included a number of MRAPs, up to 70 MRAPs that we demilitarized and will never be used again by anyone. 27 Humvees, a little tactical vehicle that will never be driven again. Additionally, on the ramp at Kaya are a total of 73 aircraft. Those aircraft will never fly again.
Although these armored NATO MRAP vehicles have clearly been successfully salvaged. But after 20 years of war, terror attacks and political murder, the triumphant Taliban striking a conciliatory tone at the same airport. The Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan wants good relations with the Americans through diplomacy. However, the Americans failed here. They failed. From the military perspective, they failed to achieve their goals. But the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan wants to have good relations with the whole world on behalf of the nation, said the Taliban spokesman. He repeated orders for Taliban special forces to treat even former Afghan enemies with respect. I call on all our soldiers to treat the people well, because the people have the right to peace, to unite, and we are the servants of the nation. We must not oppress the people, he said.
Well, we're tracking some heavy rain here, moving through parts of St. Mary Parish and just to the south of Jeanerette, but in the coming days, we're staying hot. More details coming up.
And Walgreens plans to slowly increase its minimum wage by next year. And Walmart announces a large hiring plan. We have more on this coming up in Consumer News. But first, our own Al Abair is helping to highlight a small business here in Acadiana. He is at Moonlight Delight this morning. Checking in with him after the break.
Wait, lightning struck? Okay, how am I doing now? Okay, so does my shot need to be a little tighter? Because this is going to be the shot. I'm going to be on her left right here. Can you see all this okay? Okay. Which way? Left or right? My right. Like... Wait.
Welcome back. Time now is at 5:41. Small businesses are a critical part of the Acadiana economy. And today, Al Hebert is in Broussard at Moonlight Delight. We're going to send it out to him to see what's cooking. Al, what do you have for us?
Hey, we are getting started this morning, Alex, at Moonlight Delight. Jen Mayo, who's got a really interesting story. I can't wait to tell that a little bit later on. So, Jen, what are we making here?
We are going to do a Jane's Delight. So first we're going to make a yellow cake base for it. So in the blender I've just got some sugar and some butter for now. Okay. And we'll blend that up all nice and pretty.
Okay, so here, I'll take that for you. Right behind you. Because I am a helper. Just want you to know that. So we're going to do 2 sticks of butter. That's awesome.
You know, the more butter, the better.
Wow, and this is going to have cream cheese on it, right?
Correct, but of a separate entity. So we got to get the cake done first.
Okay, I like anything with cream cheese. And wait a minute, you're making this from scratch?
Oh, of course.
Okay, breaking news, she's making a cake from scratch. I love that. That's amazing.
Everything from here is scratch.
Everything from scratch. What's your most popular item here?
This is one of them, and the cheesecake. Can't go wrong with the cheesecake.
Everybody loves cheesecake.
Exactly. So.
Love that mixer.
Right? It's a great mixer.
Turn that baby on. There you go. Now, how long do you have to blend this?
Just until it's kind of creamy and all together, and then you start adding everything else.
Now you've got great pastries here, you have great coffee here, but you have a really cool atmosphere. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Okay. All right. What did we talk about? We're talking about, so it was originally going to be a Halloween themed place.
I love that.
And it kind of just, I don't know, my dad did all the paintings that are on the wall. And so it kind of wasn't one of those things that Halloween was going to work with. So it's just kind of a funky little living room, I suppose.
And you know, Alex, it is like a living room because there's big plush furniture here. There's tables here. I love the atmosphere here. It's very peaceful, and it feels good to be in here. And I have a strange feeling with the when this is ready and there's cream cheese on top, it's going to feel good to eat this. So we're going to go back to you in the studio. Oh, I've got to throw this away. More News 15 today while Jen and I bake cakes from scratch at Moonlight Delight in Broussard.
Okay, Al, looking forward to it. It's going to be great. Excited to hear all about it. Well, workers at Walgreens are getting a pay raise next year. The pharmacy chain says it's increasing its starting wage for all hourly employees to $15 an hour. The pay increase will be rolled out in phases, with the first bump happening in October. The company says starting pay will not fully hit $15 an hour until November of 2022. And Walgreens has 190,000 employees working across 9,000 locations within the U.S. A federal judge is expected to rule today on whether to accept a settlement between Purdue Pharma, the maker of OxyContin, and state and local governments over the company's alleged role in the opioid crisis. If the judge confirms the plan, estimated to be valued at $10 billion, it could cap years of litigation. The Sackler family would give up ownership of Purdue and pay $4.5 billion, while the company's future profits would be used to fight the epidemic. The most contentious issue in the settlement, the Sacklers would receive protection from opioid lawsuits. Well, Walmart plans to hire 20,000 supply chain workers and raise wages ahead of the holiday season. The full and part-time jobs will be hired at more than 250 Walmart and Sam's Club distribution and fulfillment centers and transportation offices. Walmart also hired 20,000 seasonal workers last year. The average wage for the supply chain workers will be just over $20 an hour. Coming up, USA Gymnastics has reportedly reached an agreement involving 500 women who said they were sexually abused by Larry Nassar or someone else affiliated with the sport. But first, showers and storms are expected to develop again later today. Storm Track 15 meteorologist Adam Olivier tracking rain chances coming up next. You'll want to stay with us. It is 5:46 on your Wednesday morning. Hey, should we put those two hiring stories together? I would try and do so if we had internet. Thank you kindly. No internet connection. Oh, man.
Always tracking, always alerting. Here's your Storm Track 15 weather.
Welcome back. Time now 5:48, looking like another hot day across Acadiana, but we could see some storms a little later today. Checking in with Storm Track 15 meteorologist Adam Olivier. Adam, what's the latest?
Well, Alex, literally just a few minutes ago, we got this from the National Weather Service out of Lake Charles, a heat advisory for the entire area from noontime today until 6 p.m. And of course, there's a lot going on with the recovery efforts back towards Baton Rouge and New Orleans. They've been stuck under one of these for the past few days, but it's now with the heat around here, the humidity, thanks to all the rain that fell last night. At times, it could feel like 110 degrees or hotter, and that is why you're going to really have to pay attention today. Stay hydrated, take plenty of breaks if you're outside for any extended period of time. But we should see some help a little bit earlier on in the day as showers and storms are expected to develop. And let's time this out for you. You can see that for the morning time, generally spotty storms around the area. That increases to scattered here by midday and the afternoon. And then by this evening, those rain chances start to drop off. And by the time we get into the overnight hours, there's not going to be any around. But the thing is, we actually have some rain on radar this morning. In fact, you get down closer to the coast and there's quite a bit of it offshore, and some showers and some rumbles of thunder too over towards St. Mary Parish right now. So we're going to be watching that possibility for the rain to increase through the day. Now, Futurecast has not really caught on to the fact that there's already storms developing, so take this with a grain of salt. But the idea is the later in the morning time we go, the higher our rain chance will get. And you can see that by 9 o'clock, it does have some of those coastal showers and storms. I believe that there's probably going to be a few of these down a little bit close to Abbeville and New Iberia, but you can see those temperatures climbing up quickly. As we get to around lunchtime, this model does not have any storms on it, but I believe that there's going to be a few of them out there, mainly south of I-10, and again, closer to the coast. And you can see they bubble up and develop all across the area as we head into the afternoon hours. Taking a look at these temperatures, though, if you're in Ville Platte, Eunice, Opelousas, Church Point. The rain really doesn't get to you until later on today, so that is why you see those mid to upper 90s. Now, right along the I-10 corridor is where we could still see some mid 90s, but the farther south you go, the lower those temperatures are going to be this afternoon for those highs, just because there should be a few more showers and storms around to help out and break that heat. You can see that down towards Abbeville and New Iberia, St. Martinville, Lafayette, 92 degrees. Kadn, a little bit warmer there out to the west in the mid-90s. Going forward, though, we are looking at those shower and storm chances today, but not only today, also tomorrow. Pretty good chance of seeing some of that rain. Now, if you joined me yesterday, we were kind of talking about this little brief reprieve of humidity towards the end of the week. It's still possible we see at least a somewhat drying effect to the air, but it doesn't look as powerful as it did yesterday. So that's going to likely keep some storm chances around through the weekend and through your Labor Day as well. But overall, just hot, humid, summer-like out there. Be aware today, too, with those storms, they'll be slow-moving, and that could cause some flooding concerns like what we saw yesterday on Ambassador from that storm.
Right.
So just take it easy out there.
Okay, well, we most certainly will, and we'll also check back with you in just a bit, Adam. Thank you for that. Well, USA Gymnastics has reached a $425 million agreement with the victims of sexual abuse by Larry Nassar, their coach, or someone else affiliated with the sport. The offer filed on Tuesday. It is part of a reorganization plan that would allow USA Gymnastics to emerge from bankruptcy. But USA Gymnastics is waiting for insurance carriers before it has enough money to meet the agreement terms. An attorney for several of the survivors says it is a proposed resolution that the Survivors Committee supports, but he says there is still a lot of work left to be done before the matter is settled. Well, one of the nation's most restrictive abortion bills took effect at midnight. Texas's SB 8 bans abortions as early as 6 weeks of pregnancy. Providers and abortion rights advocacy groups say that this would affect at least 85% of the abortions taking place in the state. But unlike other states' anti-abortion laws, Texas bans state officials from enforcing it and instead allows individuals to sue an abortion provider or anyone who may have helped someone get an abortion. The bill took effect after the U.S. Supreme Court on Tuesday did not take action on an emergency appeal by Texas abortion providers. Well, stay with us. We've got more news and weather coming up right after this break. I hate this.
Final look at that forecast today. If you're going to go offshore, well, you're going to have to dodge some showers and storms even through the morning time here. We're looking at 84 degrees by lunchtime at 90, and by 3 p.m. the low to mid 90s showing up, just depending on if you see that rain or if you don't. Remember, we do now have that heat advisory in place. Not that that's a huge deal because we're always hot in the afternoons here in Acadiana during the summertime, but especially today, just take it a little bit more easy. I know people are out getting supplies, trying to, go back and forth with gas cans. I saw a lot of people yesterday with that. That's strenuous exercise, and in this heat, it can, cause you to have some issues. So just take it easy, drink some water, find the AC. We'll keep you updated coming up in our next hour.
Great reminders, Adam. Thank you. We will check in with you in our next hour where coverage continues. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Hey. Yeah, that's fine. Please work. But like, even if it is something just like, oh, sorry, go on.
From KLAF NBC, this is a News 15 Today update.
Morning. Sorry.
From KLAF NBC, this is a News 15 Today update.
Good morning. I'm Alex Purcell with your News 15 Today update. Louisiana homeowners and renters affected by Hurricane Ida could be eligible for help from FEMA. 25 parishes have been designated for individual assistance, among them 3 Acadiana parishes, including Iberia, St. Martin, and St. Mary. If you are uninsured or underinsured, you may be eligible for assistance. The fastest and easiest way to apply, visit disasterassistance.gov. Louisiana participants in the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program can use their benefits to purchase hot or prepared foods through September 28th. The waiver allows SNAP recipients to use their benefits to buy prepared foods available at any retailer that accepts EBT. For the very latest, our coverage continues at noon and anytime online, KADN.com. Have a great day, Acadiana. I don't have this, so we got to get the prompter. Okay, cool.
Oh, hey, Lauren, if you can hear me, last hour you had the second one that said headline at the end.